If they would have did that with Wade Barrett and Nexus, they would have created strong. They would have created something strong with Wade Barrett. But obviously, looking at what Wade Barrett is now, yeah, he's king of the ring, but he's pretty much a joke, considering the fact that he has to face R-Truth every week. So, I think it would have did better for his career, because it would have shown that he was main event material. Because these guys don't really show themselves until you put them in main events. Like, for instance, they finally, like, for instance, look at this right now. You put Christian in this main event bout. You put Christian in this main event bout, and he started shining. But the WWE just kept giving him fuckery after fuckery. See what I mean? Fuckery in the WWE. Another bad thing of another good example of fuckery in the WWE would have to be right now Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins right now is a joke as a champion, and that's sad because John Cena as the United States champion has been pretty much been the best champion to look forward to every night. That's pretty sad. That is really pretty sad that John Cena has become the main event attraction. The main event attraction of not only Raw but SmackDown as well. We are in an era where brands do not go to war with each other. We don't have drafts. We don't have Team SmackDown versus Team Raw anymore. We don't have a pay-per-view called Bragging Rights anymore. So I mean, what else can we do at this point? I mean, you got both champions, you got all the champions on both shows every week, and you mean to tell me that the WWE, the big champion, the main champion, or the champion with the most prestige, is the one nobody cares about? I don't know how that happened. I just fell to the ground for some odd reason. I don't know why. So Seth Rollins is the joke. He's been the joke. He's had a horrible title run since winning the championship in the most awesomest way to win it. I mean, that WrestleMania surprise right there, that was amazing, but at the same time, it's like, why ruin a potentially up-and-coming superstar? Now, I mean, like, for instance, the last, I think, what was the last pay-per-view? Battleground? He had to face Brock Lesnar. What was weird about that whole thing was he's been face-to-face with Brock before. He's had face-to-face confrontation with him before. He shocked the world one time when in that Royal Rumble, in that Royal Rumble pay-per-view, when it was a triple threat match between him and John Cena. He showed that he didn't care who you were. He was going to beat you. He was going to beat you hands down. He almost did it. And in the match, it was crazy because he didn't care about, he didn't care about, Suplex City didn't exist at the time, but he didn't care about getting German suplex 500 times because ultimately he was always beating up. He was beating up Brock Lesnar more than he was beating up John Cena. Once he said Brock Lesnar is my main problem. Once I take out Brock Lesnar, John Cena, this match becomes easier for me because all I got left is Cena. And then in the battleground build up and match, it seemed like he was more afraid this time than he was, you know, he was more afraid than he was, you know, how do I say it? He was more afraid than he was hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like he was more afraid than aggressive. Because when it came down to it, at the end of the day, he was very aggressive with Brock in their first meeting. Their first meeting, he was aggressive. Wasn't scared of him. Didn't blink an eye. He curve stomped this dude like 50 times. Did not care. Did not have a care in the world. Wins the WWE Championship, becomes a pretty much a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pretty much became a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how he goes from that to that in just a matter of months. When just a couple of months ago, this dude was curve stumping. This dude ended off a show with a curve stomp. This dude finished off a show with a curve stomp. And now he's, I mean, yeah, they got rid of the curve stump. I don't understand why they got rid of it. I mean, another thing too, Seth Rollins needs a new finisher, man. I personally believe that the pedigree is not for him. He needs a move, maybe an off the top rope move. Maybe make the Phoenix Splash his main go-to move. That's probably what's going to have to happen here. I don't know how I'm going to spear this guy when I got one guy in the ring. Get out the ring. You get back on the ground. But at the end of the day, I feel like Seth Rollins has been fucked over because I don't think they believe in him like Triple H believes in him. I think Triple H believes in a lot of talent, but I don't think the whole WWE staff believes in him. You know, I think the WWE staff believes in who they want to believe in, and I think they only want to believe in who they believe in if they're like, if they feel like that guy is who they believe in. I don't understand how the business works. I don't know how the business works, but all I can tell you is that Seth Rollins' character has been terrible. I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. Unless they actually make a dramatic change with him where he's not, you know, being shielded by the authority and pretty much, you know, winning on his own. Like, look at Randy Orton, for example. Randy Orton has always had his own, has either been in cliques or it's been his own clique or faction or whatever. But at the end of the day, he still manages to win on his own with no problems. Which is